Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is HOOTMONEY here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be talking about Workhorse or WKHS. Guys, what is going on, Ape Centaur gang? It's HOOTMONEY back here. Hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July to everyone that resides in America. And we're back. It's Tuesday morning. Stock market's open. Workhorse is trading. We're not having a great day today, but we're going to be going over everything today in this video. So if you guys enjoy these constant updates, make sure you guys give me that early like, because liking the video not only helps my channel, but it helps spread the news of Workhorse around the internet. So highly appreciate those likes. Anyways, guys, if you want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description or in the pinned comment section, alongside a link to public where you get up to $70 in free stock as long as you deposit $1. So check out those links in the description and pinned comment section. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright people, so as you guys can see, Workhorse is down minus 2.4% on the day. Now if we go into this new chart right here, we can see I'm adding in the extended hours. You guys can see that basically we take a dip to this line, we find strong support at 13.60 and we get bought back up. We took a dip below this support line. We have these support lines all drawn in, and yeah, so the two things that I think are pretty important right here is that, so we didn't see before market close this thing go underneath this 200-hour SMA. But now we're going to see within this candlestick here at market open, we're going to close below that 200 SMA, which is that red line you see. It's been trending all the way here, and we recently did a little cross which signaled that we were in an uptrend. However, if you guys can see here, we'll zoom in a little bit more, you can see the blue line is trending downwards. So we're not quite in a downtrend yet, but closing below that 200 SMA is not the best sign in the world. However, we did see a bounce off of that support line, so it is what it is for now. We'll see how this one plays out. Obviously, if there's any big updates, I'll make another video tonight. So here is the Ortex Signal, which should be due today. So the signal return usually would say how many days are left on the signal, and then when the signal is up, it'll give you a return percentage. So it says NA, that's because it's supposed to expire today, so perhaps we'll get the signal return. Although if it does expire at these current levels, it will be a failed signal, which sucks because they had a success rating of about 77% when we bought into the signal. And if it's a failed signal, that just comes to show that not everything does work out. If you want up to $70 in free stock just for signing up and depositing at least $1, use the links below in the description or in the pinned comment section to sign up for Public. Public is a stock investing application on your phone where you can invest in any single stock that you want, as well as use it as a social media. So you can comment on other people's stock choices. You can just see people who trade like me. You can follow me. You can follow other influencers. You can follow celebrities as well and see everyone's portfolio. It's all public. Anyways, guys, Public is a great platform. I love using it. Very easy to use, clean user interface, and all around just amazing platform. So with that being said, use the link below, up to $70 in free stock as long as you deposit $1. And yeah, let's get right back into the video. Anyways, we're here. We have an increase of 2.68% in short interest today, and we have 38% of our float shorted, which is pretty high, guys. And we saw a little bit of a dump off, but now it's going back up. And another thing to say today is that there's this new short selling restriction rule. So if our stock is positive, so let's just say this goes into the green, then short sellers are allowed to short. But right now we're sitting at a negative, we're sitting at a red day. Short sellers are not allowed to short. So this is all just people selling, not short sellers. So it wasn't really a short ladder attack, although you can make the claim that we were up pre-market. The short ladder attack existed from 9:30 to 9:40 a.m. and then the retail just got scared and continued to sell off until we bought back at that resistance level. But what I can't tell you what exactly happened, but you can make your best guess. Now, our utilization has been going down. We're now at a 90% utilization, down from 97% just 7 days ago. So there's plenty of shares available to be shorted. at the current levels. And another big thing that we don't really go over too often is the cost to borrow is only 7%. So it's really cheap for short sellers to get in on Workhorse, which is unfortunate. And utilization went back up to 100%. We'd really need to get the rally going in order to get these numbers up in terms of cost of borrow and utilization, because that is what will really end up making it hard for the short sellers, as if we actually make it expensive to short. At a 7% cost to borrow, it's not too expensive to short. They only have to make a 7% return in a year, and as you guys saw on Friday, we went down 10% in a single day. So clearly it's profitable as a short sell if you know what you're doing on this stock, because you're not paying these absurd price levels to short. Because other stocks such as Clover Health, Emeren, other stocks that we have been looking at have much higher cost to borrow. So that is definitely a risk in terms of the Workhorse short squeeze. We really need to get some elevated price levels, make this look like a more attractive stock to short, but it's a trap. It's a short seller trap, which would in turn get the cost to borrow to go up, the utilization would go up as well, and then short sellers will be in a very, very bad hole if the stock continues to rally despite all that. So anyways, we're just going to take a look at the short volume ratio, not to be confused with short interest. It did go up on 7/2/2021 to 32% of the volume was shorted. And with that, there was roughly 6.3 million of short volume last Friday. Now keep in mind that we still have 2 weeks until this 7/16 day, where there are lots of bullish call options expiring. As you guys can see from this whole chart, there are more bullish call options expiring on 7/16 than any other expiration date within the next year. So definitely look out for that 7/16 date. I'm definitely holding everything until then, and I don't plan to sell. Now, if we're taking a look at this week's call options, the open interest on the $18 strike price call option for this week has 13,000 in open interest, which is very, very high. And yeah, I mean, I looked at all the other call options for this date, and yeah, that was the only strike price that had lots of open interest. And this is where it gets bad, guys. So we're here on the live feed from Reddit. You can see we have the popular section, which is about the last 24 to 48 hours. I'm not 100% sure. However, we have to scroll down. We find Workhorse chilling all the way down here. Not very many mentions at all. We go to the 4-hour time frame. You can see not very many mentions at all. 73 mentions on Reddit in the last 4 hours. We go to the hour time frame. Again, not very many mentions at all. 25 mentions in the last hour. And then we go to Swaggy Stocks. You can see that Workhorse has dropped off all the way down here to all the way. Like, not even in the first half of all of these stocks. At this point, it's down. It's behind Amazon. Amazon has been mentioned more on Wall Street Bets than Workhorse. But keep in mind, GME and AMC are also not very high anymore on this list. AMC is right here, and then GME is right here. So they both have about 3.4% comment volume, while Workhorse has about 2.9% comment volume. One Wish and Clover are continuing to dominate this space. So with that, it doesn't mean anything. Like, ticker sentiment doesn't mean anything. Clover is down 10% on the day, and it's the second most talked about stock on Wall Street Bets. So I wouldn't use this as your end-all be-all for deciding what to buy in your stock price, but it is a good thing to look at. All right, so that is basically it for the Workhorse data that we are going to go over today. We're currently sitting at that major support level, so hopefully we can hold that level around $13.80, $13.60. Both of those can be considered some type of support line. However, if we break below that, we can definitely see some weakness, and it might fill a gap down because there's not too much support underneath that. I am still bullish leading up to that 7/16 expiration date. I think there's going to be a lot of buying pressure due to those failure to delivers that are due within the next 2 weeks. And we have that short seller restriction on today. So short sellers, as long as it remains red today, they're not going to be able to just pile in. And all the sellers on today should technically be paper handlers. So keep that in mind, guys. Paper handlers are the ones who are selling today. There technically should not be any short sellers because we had a 10% down day on Friday and we are not in the green today. As soon as it gets in the green, the shorts can start piling back on. But until then, as long as we are in the red, there should not be any more short sellers on today, although that might not be true. And yeah, it's a bit concerning that we are not being talked about on Reddit as much. People have jump shipped after our stock has gone down, and it just comes to show the risky nature of these stocks. And this is why I don't invest all of my money into Workhorse, because very, very risky stuff. We are gambling, and it's always great to have some diversification in your portfolio, whether that be some other high growth stocks. If you guys like to make money, you like to take on risk, you can take on risk through other high growth stocks as well. That's what I tend to do because I like high growth stocks. You can buy other meme stocks if that's what you wish, but having that diversification does add some safety into your portfolio. But it also can take away from enormous gains. So let's just say Workhorse does pop off in the next 2 weeks and you're not all in, then you're sacrificing those gains as well. So always important to take a look at your risk and reward and make sure you have the best of all that. I really hope we can get this hype back up on Workhorse, guys. It's very important that we remain one of the most talked about stocks on Reddit, and I think we just have a very fair-weathered community. As soon as there's a red day, people like to jump ship. On my last video, I got a lot of comments of people saying that they sold Workhorse. They didn't even watch my video explaining why the next 2 weeks are supposed to be very, very bullish, and they just said they sold, they lost enough, and that's what they want you to do. When they have all these 10% down days and constant manipulation, stock price goes down, down, down while everyone's just holding, all that really is in the end is everyone holding and being a victim of the short selling attacks and then selling for a loss, and selling it to a short seller, buying it back for cheaper. There's plenty of people in this community that are holding strong. They're buying the dips, and that's very, very good. That keeps me bullish on this stock. And yeah, I really do think there's going to be some great things leading up to that 7/16 expiration date. I hope you guys are too. I'm hyped to see what happens. I'm going to hold this one through. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Always remember those links in the description. Sign up my Discord. Sign up for public where you get up to $70 in free stock as long as you deposit $1, guys. Just $1 to sign up for public. Absolutely awesome deal. Check out those links below. And yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace.